The moving moon went up the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and a star or two beside. Her beams bemocked the sultry main, like April hoarfrost spread. But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the charmed water burnt alway, a still and awful red. Beyond the shadow of the ship, I watched the water snakes. They moved in tracks of shining white, and when they reared, the elfish light fell off in hoary flakes. Within the shadow of the ship, I watched their rich attire, blue, glossy green, and velvet black. They coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire. Oh, happy living things! No tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed up from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. Sure, my kind sate took pity on me, and I blessed them unaware. The selfsame moment I could pray, and from the neck so free the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea. The selfsame part 5. Oh, sleep! It is a gentle thing, beloved from pole to pole. To Mary Queen the praise be given. She sent the gentle sleep from heaven that slid into my soul. The silly buckets on the deck that had so long remained, I dreamt that they were filled with dew, and when I awoke, it rained. My lips were wet, my throat was cold, my garments were all dank, and surely I had drunken in my dreams, and still my body drank. I moved and could not feel my limbs. I was so light. Almost I thought that I had died in sleep and was a blessed ghost. And soon I heard a roaring wind, as did not come anear. But with its sound it shook the sails that were so thin and sere. The upper air burst into life, and 100 fire flags sheen. To and fro they hurried about, and to and fro, and in and out the wan stars danced between. And the coming wind did roar more loud, and the sails did sigh like sedge, and the rain poured down from one black cloud. The moon was at its edge. The thick black cloud was cleft, and still the moon was at its side. Like water shot from some high crag, the lightning fell with never a jag, and a river steep and wide. The loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship moved on. Beneath the lightning and the moon, the dead men gave a groan. They groaned and stirred, they all uprose, nor spake, nor moved their eyes. It had been so strange, even in a dream, to have seen those dead men rise. The helmsman steered, the ship moved on, yet never a breeze up blew. The mariners all 'gain work the ropes, where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools. We were a ghastly crew. The body of my brother's son stood by me, knee to knee. The body and I pulled at one rope, but he said naught to me. I fear thee, ancient mariner! Be calm, thou wedding guest. 'Twas not those souls that fled in pain, to which their courses came again, but a troop of spirits blessed. For when it dawned, they all dropped their arms and clustered round the mast. The sweet sounds rose slowly through their mouths and up through their bodies passed. Around, around each flew each sweet sound, then darted to the sun. Slowly the sounds came back again, now mixed, now one by one. Sometimes, a dropping from the sky, I heard the skylark sing. sometimes all little birds that are, how they seem to fill the sea and air with their sweet jargoning. And now 'twas like all instruments, now like a lonely flute, and now it's an angel's song that makes the heavens be mute. It ceased, and yet still the sails made on, a pleasant noise till noon, a noise like the hidden brook in the leafy month of June. It is that to the sleeping woods all night singeth a quiet tune. Till noon we quietly sailed on, yet never a breeze did breathe. Slowly and smoothly went the ship, moved onward from beneath. Under the keel, 9 fathom deep, from the land of mist and snow, the spirit slid, and it was he that made the ship to go. The sails at noon left off their tune, and the ship stood still also. The sun, right above the mast, had fixed her to the ocean, but in a minute gain she stir, with a short uneasy motion, backwards and forwards, half at length, with a short uneasy motion. Then, like a pawing horse let go, she made a sudden bound. It flung the blood into my head, and I fell down and a swound. How long in that same fit I lay, I have not to declare, but ere my living life returned, I heard in my soul discerned 2 voices in the air. Is it he, quoth one, is this the man, by him who died on cross? With this cruel bow he laid full low the harmless albatross? The spirit who had biddeth by himself in the land of mist and snow, he loved the bird that loved the man who shot him with his bow. The other was a softer voice, as soft as honeydew. Quoth he, the man hath penance done, and penance more will do. Part 6. First voice. But tell me, speak again, thy soft response renewing, what makes that ship drive on so fast? What is the ocean doing? Second voice. Still as a slave before his lord, this ocean hath no blast. His great bright eye most silently up the moon is cast, if he may know which way to go, for she guides him with smooth or grim. See, brother, see, how graciously she looketh down on him. First voice. But why on the ship so fast, without wave or wind? Second voice. The air is cut away before, and closes from behind. Fly, brother, fly, more high, or we shall be belated. For slow and slow that ship will go, when the mariner's trance is abated. I woke, and we were sailing on, as in gentle weather. 'Twas night, 'twas night, 'twas calm night, the moon was high, the dead men stood together, and all stood together on the deck, for a charnel dungeon fitter, all fixed their stony eyes, in the moon did glitter. The pang, the curse, with which they died had never passed away. I could not draw my eyes from theirs, nor turn them up to pray. And now this spell was snapped. Once more I viewed the ocean green, and looked far forth, yet little saw of what had else been seen. Like one that on a lonesome road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round walks on, and turns no more his head, because he knows a frightful fiend doth close behind him tread. But soon there breathed a wind on me, no sound nor motion made. Its path was not upon the sea, in ripple or in shade. It raised my hair, it fanned my cheek, like a meadow gale of spring. It mingled strangely with my fears, yet it felt like a welcoming.